Did I actually buy Hermes at the flea market? Hi and very welcome! My name is Mary, this is my channel Lumi Level Up, and I'm a luxury lover on an average income trying to be more mindful with my money. Therefore I love flea markets, I love thrifting, and I especially love to watch out for some luxury gems. Maybe you have seen my recent flea market vlog in Nuremberg where I went a little bit crazy and bought a couple of bags. Fun story here. At one of the sales booths I bought so much, they even gave me a Celine dust bag to carry my stuff. And actually I did buy something Hermes as well. It did not come in this little paper bag, I just thought it's nice for the intro. But we will get to that in a moment. This might get a little bit chaotic. I bought so much, I'm not entirely sure how to present my haul to you. But we will make it work somehow. I bought 2 luxury designer leather jackets, 1 blazer, an Hermes coat, 1 dress, 2 bags, 1 scarf, 5 skirts, 2 shirts and 1 blouse. The whole flea market in the entire city of Nuremberg takes place only twice a year, once in spring, May most of the times, and one in fall, September, which was the one I visited this time. And I've been quite good just vlogging, not really buying a whole lot, until a friend of me sent me a text message that she spotted an Hermes coat. And then I ran to that spot. I think we will get to the coat later in this video, because that might be the part you're most interested in. So let's just keep some suspense. Unless that Hermes coat and another sales booth where I bought a whole lot of stuff. I did not even buy that much. So the second sales booth, they were so lovely. It was a young man around my age, maybe even a tad younger, and he was selling stuff from his mom, and they had so much great stuff. They had a whole lot of Jil Sander, so I was considering either it was his mom's favorite brand or she might have even worked at Jil Sander, because she had so much that I could not even buy everything. In general, I could not buy everything they had luxury designer at that sales booth. Unfortunately, I did not film a whole lot there as well, because I got so excited that I wanted to check out the items and completely forget to film until later on when we left. Okay, it's official now. I'm losing my mind. I bought Prada, I bought Jil Sander. Like seriously, I can't take it. It's too much. It's too much, and I'm sweating and I'm shaking and I'm going insane. I just picked some of the items that I liked the most. Starting with this Jil Sander leather jacket that is just the softest leather. Oversized look, absolutely love it. He asked for 25 euro on that. Let that sink in. I know it is vintage, but I think it's kind of timeless. It's kind of oversized, cute, and it's such high quality. The leather feels so buttery, smooth, soft. Then I spotted a Prada leather jacket as well. Oversized, vintagey look, 25 euro as well. And when I heard those 2 prices, I grabbed everything I liked and then decided I will ask for a complete price, because if even the leather jackets by Prada and Jil Sander are just 25 euro each piece, the things cannot be that expensive at the sales booth. I grabbed a total of 5 skirts. Unfortunately, all of the skirts turned out to be too small for me, which is a pity, because they are very nice office wear, wool and cashmere, Jil Sander, Prada. One is Pinko, which is more of a contemporary brand, but come on. The skirts, he was at around 10 euro each, but in the end I think I even paid less than that, because I bought so much that he made a package price for me. La Perla nylon skirt. I think this might be an underskirt, lingerie kinda. It has these mesh details, but unfortunately it's way too small for me. The skirts are too tight for me. I cannot even put them on for just taking a picture, so I will have to sell them on myself, but I'm not that mad, because come on, the prices I paid, it's incredible. It's just a little bit sad, because I could imagine them very well for office looks. Then I got this Wolford lacy dress, which is kind of see-through, but not completely see-through. And I'm not entirely sure yet if this is kind of a lingerie piece or if I could make it work as a dress as well. For the try on for you, I put it on top of my turtleneck dress to not reveal too much. So this was in the conglomerate of things from that same seller as well as a Missoni scarf in orange with a typical Missoni pattern. Some more Jil Sander. I really like that blouse, but it is a tad tight on me as well. I will have to see if I actually will wear it or if it is too small for me. But yeah, I even bought a bag at that sales booth. Unfortunately, they did not have a lot of bags left. This is Longchamp. And the seller was like, oh, if you like that stuff, let me tell you what we have already sold, because that stuff was even better. And I was like, no, don't tell me. Don't even tell me. I don't want to hear it. Because if that's what was left, Prada and, oh, I have Dolce Gabbana, I have that shirt hanging here, so I got that little Y2K moment as well. This was the first item I picked at that sales booth, and I think he said 12 or 13 euro. But in the end, as I said, I think I paid way less for each individual item, because I paid a total of 135 euro. 2 leather jackets, oh, completely forgot to mention. A mustard yellow military blazer by Jil Sander with these beautiful aged golden buttons. The Wolford dress, the Longchamp bag, the Missoni scarf, 5 skirts, 2 of them Jil Sander, 1 Prada, 1 Pinko. Am I missing one? Not really good at doing the math right now. 2 shirts, one from Dolce and Gabbana and a golden mesh cropped see-through shirt by Prada. And a Jil Sander blouse. For all of that together, 135 euro. At the store, I would not even have gotten one of those items. After I bought all of that, it was quite a lot to carry, so I needed to go back to the car and put the things away. I should have stopped there. It was already so good, I would not have needed to shop anymore. But I spotted this Kate Spade bag that I did already show you in the vlogging part, not vlogging part, in the entire vlog video as well. And the bag is in excellent condition. It's completely clean from the inside as well. It even comes with the dust bag that is cutely folded, not just the dust bag, but as well the care booklet. The seller asked for 35 euro, which is an okay price. To be honest, a tad more than I would want to spend at the flea market, because come on, I got an entire Prada leather jacket for 25 euro. I headed her down to 32, which I think is an okay price, but I would not necessarily have needed that bag, especially since I already went that shopping crazy, buying a whole lot. Not entirely sure if I'm that happy that I went for the bag. The color is really cute, especially for spring and summer, so we will have to see if it will get the use it deserves. Probably when spring is rolling around again. This was my last purchase of the day, and I would not have been mad if I would not have bought this one. A thing I showed you in the vlog as well, not sure where the other ones of it are. I bought 3 Burberry luggage tags, and I'm not entirely sure if they are genuine or if they are not. They might have been a vintage freebie, maybe. The quality is not perfect. Not really sure on that piece, but the seller asked just for 2 euro each, and I bought 3 of them and haggled the person down to 5 euro for all of them, and I thought I can do my research as soon as I'm back at home. I did my research. I did not really find anything on the internet about luggage tags like that. And since they are not that well made, I'm kind of skeptical about those, but not mad either. It's just been 5 euro. And if the prices are low, I'm usually willing to take the risk. And if some things end up not being authentic, I donate them on or I gift them on to friends. If you have ever seen one of those Burberry's vintage luggage tags and you know they might be authentic, let me know in the comments. I'm not that optimistic about that, but not mad either. And now let's come to the piece you might have been waiting for. The coat. The Hermes coat. Whew. Let me tell you, I was lost for words, and I'm not an expert on Hermes because I don't have the money to shop there regularly. I think currently I just own a pair of Oran slides. Not an expert on the brand, but something about that coat felt so good. Touching it, each seam, the way it's crafted, the way it's made, the way the material feels. It feels too good to not be super high quality. So at least I knew that. And the seller asked for 190 euro, which realistically speaking is too little for an authentic Hermes coat and too much for a fake. Well, not sure if it's too much for a fake. In that quality, maybe it would be even worth it, but I personally don't want to buy fakes. I don't want to support it. If it might happen accidentally, because I think something might be authentic and it later turns out not to be, that's okay. For me, that's the risk I take, and I just don't use those items. I don't sell them on. It's just a gamble. But I wouldn't want to buy a fake knowingly. Usually I don't want to spend a high amount because there always is the risk of something being fake, and 190 euro is kind of a high amount to spend at the flea market. Even though I haggled them down to 160, 30 euro less than they initially wanted, I think it's still quite a high price tag to pay. It's an incredible deal on an Hermes coat, but it would be a waste of money on an inauthentic coat for me. With those sellers, I'm very, very certain that this coat did not belong to them. I don't know how it got to them. I think maybe they are involved with some kind of household clearances that they help people to get rid of their stuff and then sell it on at the flea market. I think they were semi-professional, so I don't think they were just private people. I didn't want to spend 160 euro cash, because this was, I think, the first item that I bought at that flea market, and I didn't want to spend that much money right away. I didn't want to spend that much cash right away, because I wouldn't have that much cash left for the rest of the flea market. So if it is a bigger amount of money, I thought maybe I can pay with PayPal and friends. I'm not sure if it's that popular in the US. I think Venmo might be similar. If you use the PayPal family and friends option, there are no charges. They get their money immediately. I could not request the money back. So it's safe for the seller, but they were, oh no, we don't do that, we don't do that. They even pretended they would not know how to use PayPal. I was getting a very weird feeling by that. I think they just did not want to use it because they probably sell a whole lot at the flea market and they don't want the tax office to know and have any information about incoming money whatsoever. They just want cash. Right from the start, I didn't have the most pleasant feeling with those people. They were, let's just put it out that way, I think they were kind of unfriendly. After I paid, the man even was like, if you don't have money, you cannot go to the flea market. I was just like, who says I don't have money just because I didn't want to spend my cash? It's so stupid, because even if I would not have money, the flea market would be the perfect place to go, because that's the perfect place where you can find cheap bargain things that you might need. And I didn't like those sellers. If it would not have been for an Hermes coat, I would not have bought it. Most other items I would just have left behind and would have thought to myself, keep your stuff. I don't like the interaction with you. I don't want to buy with you. It's not worth it. But I had such a good feeling about that coat, because I'm not even sure how to demonstrate it to you, how to show it to you, because I think you would have to see it live in person and touch it to be able to tell. When I first spotted it, I thought that it might be wool and maybe a little bit of cashmere. After doing more research, I think it might be even completely 100% cashmere. When I was looking at that coat, there was another woman that was trying to take it from me, and she was asking the seller, it was a couple, a man and a lady, and she was asking the lady, is this authentic? And the lady was like, I don't know, it comes right from the closet. And that's such a stupid answer yet again, because if you would have spent 4,000 euro up on a coat, you would know. Don't tell me I don't know, it comes right from the closet. I think she just didn't want to say, oh, we're doing household clearances, I got that coat from someone and I don't know. I think what happened is that they do know the name of Hermes and that they do know that it's a very expensive luxury brand, but that they did a little Google search and that they found out the logo of the brand is the carriage, and that most items do have a label with a carriage. You would have to dig a little deeper to find those kind of tags. And I think that's why they thought, well, this coat feels really good, but probably it's not authentic. I think that's what they were thinking, but they didn't want to give it away for super cheap because they just didn't know for sure and they probably could tell the quality, and I think that's how they made up their pricing. I would not even have asked them if the piece is authentic, because you cannot trust people on the flea market anyways. They could tell you anything. They could say, oh yeah, sure, it's 100% authentic, I bought it myself at the store, and then you would be like, okay, so why do you sell it for 190 or even 160 euro? This doesn't make sense. Don't you know what you did pay back then? So you never know, but this feels so great that I just had to give it a shot. And obviously I did not want to do a whole lot of research at that sales booth because I didn't want to get them skeptical and hike up the price even more, or maybe take the item back and put it away and do not want to sell it anymore if they caught on to that I'm doing my research and that I think it is an authentic piece. I took a little photo of the tag and ran it through Google image search and found out, okay, there definitely are tags like that. especially on coats. Coats seem to use that kind of tag. I'm just going to give it a try. I'm just going to take it home with me and then do some more research. Now we are at the point that I did some more research. Obviously, I did consider to get the code professionally authenticated, but then I came to the conclusion I'm not sure if that would work, because this code just has this tag left. And most of the codes that I researched that have this tag do have another tag beneath that says made in Italy or France. And my code does not have that anymore, but you actually can see the tiny holes where that made in label has been. So I think it just got lost. And it doesn't have any other labels that tell you the material or anything. So the only thing for an online authentication that I could send in is a picture of the tag. And honestly, I looked at so many of those tags. They all look like my tag. They look like my tag. And what else could someone else do that is looking at pictures of the code? You have to feel it. You have to see it in person and inspect every seam and every detail. And that's why I don't think that a professional authentication will be very helpful for me. I do have two options in mind now. One might be that I might bring this code to a very reputable reseller in-store so that I pretend that I want to sell it. Then they would have to make sure that it's authentic before they take it in. That could be a way around to get my authentication, considering the touch of the item and really looking at it live in person. And the other idea was to possibly maybe go to an Hermes boutique and pretend that I would want to get it cleaned if they do have any in-house options, and maybe from the reaction of an essay you could tell. Personally, I'm at 90% convinced now that it is authentic. The tag looks exactly the way it has to look, and there even is a little piece of leather for a button, and on the other side there is a little leather button. This leather feels incredible. It's so soft, and who would put that much effort into details? A button you cannot even see. The overall quality of this piece. It's so well made, I cannot imagine that it would be worth it to fake a code to this degree and that you would still earn on it when it's inauthentic. Does that make any sense? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you own any Hermes codes, vintage codes, but not just vintage. I thought this probably is a vintage tag and that tags don't look like this anymore, but a friend of mine has recently been to Paris and visited the Hermes flagship store there and did take a look at the women's coats for me as well. And they even till this day still do use those tags on some items. Maybe it's not even that vintage. Of course, there always is a risk, and you might think and say, no way you scored an authentic Hermes coat for 160 euro at the flea market. Fair point, I absolutely do understand your skepticism, but as I already said in the vlog, even if it was not authentic, I could just get rid of the label and have a no-name unbranded coat, and it would be the highest piece of clothing, highest quality piece of clothing in my wardrobe. This is so well made. This feels so good. It's perfect craftsmanship, and I wish you could feel it and see each and every detail of it. So even if it turned out to not be authentic, it's worth the money I spent, and I'm over the moon happy with it. So what else could I ask for? Of course, if it turned out to be authentic, that would be even better. But so far I don't have any news on that yet, because I just think an online authentication isn't doing it justice. They could just look at the tag, which I already did very detailed, and just from the tag I would say authentic, no doubts. And not just from the tag, but from all the other details about that code as well. I think I got carried away a little bit. I think that got quite rambly. If you have any thoughts on my code, definitely the code. Definitely share them with me down in the comments until I get to know otherwise. I think I'm going to assume it is authentic. I was just very lucky. And those people, they just didn't know for sure what they have, and that's why they sold it at the price they sold it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time, and bye! Ooh, I talked so long that even my camera battery is nearly dying. Sorry, maybe I should have put up more structure, what I want to tell you and in which order, but it felt a little bit overwhelming as well this time.